My name's Jason Krause, guitar player for Kid Rock's Twisted Brown Trucker Band. I've been in the band for 25 years. Traveled around the world. Been through some wars, did some USO tours for the troops. I got this job. I went to high school with Uncle Cracker. Got a phone call from him one day, asked if I was interested in joining the band. Kid Rock was putting a band together and needed a guitar player. And I first said no. I cut my teeth playing heavy metal, so I was in a heavy metal band at the time with my brother Scott, so I said no. Got another call 2 weeks later, asked me again if I would just help him out and do the show, just do this one show at the State Theater in Detroit. So I said, yeah, I'll do that. Ended up getting the record deal that night, so I was like, I can stick around and do this for a little while. So I stayed in the band, and here we are 25 years later. Went into the studio 2 weeks later, cut our first record, Devil Without a Cause. Immediately went on the road and been touring ever since. What would I be doing if I'm not playing in Kid Rock's band? Well, before I was in the band, I did construction, and I was actually off the job. I was injured. I blew my knee out, tore my ACL, and had surgery that year. So I went back to school and got my builder's license. So I would like to think that I would have been a builder. Some of my highlights. Immediately, 1999, we were nominated for a Grammy. That was pretty cool. Probably one of my coolest stories is we were on tour with Metallica, Summer Sanitarium tour. I think it was a Summer Sanitarium. Anyways, we had a weekend off, and we went and us and Metallica rented jet skis and went and had a day off out on a lake in Atlanta. And James Hetfield, the singer, hit a wave weird and blew his back out, hurt his back, couldn't stand. So Lars Ulrich, the drummer, comes in our dressing room and asks, what Metallica songs do you guys know? And I was like, I know them all. One of my favorite bands in the world. So I took James' spot for 6 shows, which was pretty cool. I got to play all his guitars, all Kurt's guitars. Became really good friends with those guys. It was pretty cool. I love telling that story, only because I was such a huge Metallica fan. Coolest place I've traveled to. Man, that's a hard question, because everywhere I've been for the first time is probably the coolest place I've been. Anywhere outside the United States is always super educational. Germany, after learning about it in school, the wars in East Germany, West Germany, and the wall, and seeing it in person was super educational. My family, my grandparents were from there, and I actually got my grandfather's birth certificate from my mom and had a day off. We were in Austria, actually, and I asked the concierge, I showed him the birth certificate. I'm like, do you know where this address is? And he said in German, and I had to have a translator tell me, but you go out this door, make a right, and 2 blocks down, and it was right there. It was in walking distance. So I got to go take a bunch of pictures of where my grandfather, my mom's dad, was born and raised as a child, and took a bunch of pictures for her, which my aunt and uncles and my parents thought that was pretty cool. They've never visited there. So other places, Australia, the Netherlands, Greenland, Malta, Madrid, they're all phenomenal places, and they were all awesome. Any regrets? I have 0 regrets. Everything I've done and seen, I wouldn't trade for anything. Well, wait a minute. I take that back. Couple of regrets. Missing out on birthdays and friends' weddings and my kids' birthdays and just different things like that. That sucked. What's next for me? Retirement. We're gonna do our last tour here, 2022, and it's gonna be the last full production tour. We'll probably never quit playing, but we probably won't tour anymore. So we're setting up annual shows, and people are gonna just have to come to those places to see us. That's the plan. Probably see this in 25 years, and we'll be on our 4th reunion tour.
I made a couple dollar bills, but still I feel the same. Everybody knows my name.
No, because that's nothing to be proud of. Oh, actually, that's a good story. Actually, that is a good story. This is, is that a good shot of it? So this is a good story. This is a mug shot. This was right after we got our record deal. We found out we had a record deal, and it was legit. It was happening, and we were at band practice right here at my house, and Bob, Kid Rock, said, everybody empty your bank accounts, hit an ATM, and we're celebrating. We got the record deal, everything's going down. So we went out to celebrate, and we went up to a local bar, the Hayloft in Mount Clemens, and we had some friends with us. Bob had a girl he was seeing with him at the time, and we were up there having a good time, and apparently the girl he brought with him was the ex-girlfriend of some guy at the bar. Anyway, it turned into this huge fight. We ended up getting our asses kicked by the cops and the bouncers. And my mom and my Aunt Sue ended up coming to bail us out of jail. But when she came down to bail us out of jail, she could hear Kid Rock screaming from the cell all the way outside. He was pretty worked up, pretty pissed off that we were even in there. And they ended up keeping him and my best friend, Phil Fales. They ended up keeping them two overnight, and they let us all go. He got out the next day after going in front of the judge. But that was our celebration story. Anything else? This is our very first gold record for Devil Without a Cause. 500,000 records sold in the United States. So the first one was awesome getting these, and just unbelievable. We were so happy. And then we just kept getting more and more and more, and it never ended. Like this is 10 million sold. That was a long time ago. It's way past 10 million now. Our second record, The History of Rock, that was triple platinum, 3 million. Rock and Roll Jesus, 2 million. History of Rock. Oh, that's gold, obviously. The Kid Rock self-titled record, platinum. Devil Without a Cause, that was 5 million. That's actually before 10 million. Duh. Another Rock and Roll Jesus, All Summer Long. And then my little wall of fame here. Some close friends. Got Run DMC. I got this from these guys when they recorded here at the house. We were doing stuff for a compilation record. Oh, good old boy, Hank Jr. Very good friend. Alyssa Milano. This was over in Iraq, actually. We did a USO tour. And this is part of it right here. Tour for the Troops. Luis Carlos Mencia. Actually, Oh, Bob Seger, one of my faves. What a great guy. And Mrs. Brady, everybody knows Mrs. Brady. The Brady Bunch. And this is one of my all-time heroes. He's the reason I play guitar. That's Kerry King from Slayer. I just met him not too long ago. After all these years, what a cool guy. But here's a picture when we got our gold records for Devil Without a Cause. And then that night we played on Jay Leno. That's the Tonight Show for you guys that don't know who Jay Leno is.
Oh, are you scared?
Me and Peter Wolf. That's me and Peter Wolf from the Jay Giles Band. Stern. I met Howard Stern, but that's not him. That's Peter Wolf from Jay Giles Band. Chuck D from Public Enemy. Rest in peace, Leslie West from Mountain. Another great guy. And that's it. You have any more questions? Oh, Ric Flair. Big time wrestling. Oh, that's that picture down there. So this is the night we got our gold records. That's look it up. That's the Tonight Show. That's before Joey C passed away, actually. Yeah, and that's me with the crazy orange hair. This is outside. We played, performed at halftime at the Super Bowl. That's Nelly. That's it. Any other questions?
All these passes. What are they for?
These are all my backstage passes from throughout the years. Look at them all. Ooh, Black Sabbath reunion tour. Metallica 2000, that's the tour right there. I was in the band. There's the Summer Sanitarium. Stained. Skinner. Oh, so this is the year. This is the year we did Woodstock.
Woodstock, day 2.
I saw your band jumping around on stage like a bunch of wounded ducks. When you gonna learn, sucker? You just can't. Yeah.
Round.